My name is Carson. Welcome to Thrifty Garage, a channel where we do everyday repairs, how-tos, and reviews. And in today's video, we'll be talking about what to look for when buying a trailer. We'll be talking about the pros and cons of new versus used, as well as different applications you'll be looking for. With most trailer purchases, you're going to want to be getting multi-purposes or multi-function out of it. So we'll be talking about some of the things to help you kind of decide what you need specifically. So the reason we're talking about this subject today is I own a landscaping business and I'm on the hunt for an equipment trailer and trying to decide for myself if I should buy new or used, if I should buy what size trailer, what length, what different types. There's tilt deck, there's flat deck, there's low pro, lots of different options. So we'll kind of go through everything. And this isn't just a video for equipment trailers, but this will help you if you're looking at utility trailers or deck over trailers or a variety of different trailers, not specific to equipment trailers, but these thoughts and questions should help you whether you're looking to load up a lawnmower, a car, a truck, or heavy duty equipment. So first let's talk about what type of trailer you're looking at initially and what you actually end up getting. It might pivot or change as you go along the way of this process, but it kind of gives you a good direction of where to start. So for the landscaping business, I currently use a PJ dump trailer. Works perfect. It's a 7x14. I've got another video review on that trailer, and it's I believe probably the best landscape starting trailer. You buy a truck, you buy a dump trailer, and you're set up to go, and you can use that dump trailer to haul debris, materials. You can bring new materials to the job site and haul old materials. So dump trailer is a perfect starter thing, and then from there you really need to kind of expand it into more of an equipment trailer if you're hauling palleted goods, or you know, if you need to get more goods to a site, if you need equipment and a pallets, you can't carry both on the dump trailer. So you've got dump trailers, you've got equipment trailers, you've got utility trailers, you've got car trailers, and a lot of the differences between most of these is actually the weight capacity. So that kind of brings us to the next subject of talking about is what are you planning to put on the trailer weight wise. A lot of utility trailers have one 3,500 pounds axle, a single axle, 3,500 pounds. Sometimes they'll have a 5,200 pound axle or a 7,000 pound axle single. My enclosed landscape trailer has two tandem axles. That's a tandem 3,500 pound axle for a 7,000 pound total capacity. So it can fit 7,000 pounds inside the trailer, including the weight of the trailer. A car hauler is kind of in that same category weight wise. Most car haulers start in the 7,000 pound capacity. That includes the weight of the trailer plus the vehicle or whatever you're towing on it. Most of those trailers are probably in the $1,000 to $2,000 range, so you've probably got 5,000 to 6,000 pounds of capacity to put on there. And they're kind of a lightweight, light duty trailer. And like I said, they usually have two 3,500 pound axles for a total capacity of 7,000 pounds, which is not a lot. If you can be hauling big heavy things, trucks, skid steers, all that, can't do it. Some of the newer call haulers I've noticed have been upgraded to the 5,200 pound axles, so they have a capacity of about 10,000 pounds GVWR, gross vehicle weight rating. So that's the combined weight of all the goods. So and then beyond there you've got an equipment trailer. And I would say if you're looking at a dump trailer, if you're looking at a equipment hauling trailer, bare minimum 7,000 pound axles, two tandem axle, 7,000 pounds, obviously singles on the tires, and that will get you really kind of just the entry level nowadays as far as what your weight capacity is and moving forward. In my case, for the axles, I've elected to go with tandem 7,000 pound axles, and the reason being for that is most repair places, parts are going to have the components for those axles. Those axles are very common place, and you're gonna be able to find, if anything goes bad on it, you should be able to find a part fairly readily available, maybe even at your general auto parts stores, Napa, O'Reilly, AutoZone. Don't quote me on that, but I do believe that would, you're definitely more likely than if you go with a higher capacity axle, an 8,000 pound axle, a 10,000 pound axle. You're getting more specialty type suppliers for those. With the axles, there is also you can have a greased hub or you can have an oil bath hub. You're going to want to look for an easy lube hub, which essentially has a grease zerk in the hub. You jack the trailer off the ground so the wheels are free spinning, and then you apply grease to the grease zerk and spin the bearings around and lubricate them, and then you clear out any excess grease. They've got a little rubber cap that covers that grease port. Really easy on the maintenance side of things. With the wheel bath hub, those seem to be more common in the higher capacity axles and are more designed for over-the-road truckers. With the trailers, you're gonna have different deck options. You're gonna have expanded metal deck or side rails on it. You're gonna have metal, you can have diamond plate, you can have pine boards. I would say pine boards is probably the most common. It's pretty inexpensive for trailer manufacturers, and it's a lighter weight component. The more weight you add to this, the less weight carrying capacity you have in your trailer. So you have to kind of always balance weight, which sometimes is transferred over into structurability, into, you know, which lessens your load. You know, if building the most beefiest trailer, you might build all your capacity right out of it and have no capacity, but have a really heavy duty trailer that the axles can't carry that extra load. So for me personally, I've elected to go with a pine board deck. In my experience, they just seem to be the most versatile and just best suited. A lot of people like to go the diamond plate metal route because they don't have to do any maintenance on that, but I have seen those get pretty slippery, and I want to be able to work it in a variety of conditions. There's a couple different deck options. You can do a lowboy deck option, which has a lower center of gravity, lower riding height, but you are limited by the fenders. Usually you're about 82 to 84 inch width on these decks. And then you also have a deck over trailer, which has a higher trailer deck that goes over top of the axles. When you're looking at just different deck options, you also want to consider the type of ramps you're using. When it comes to ramps, there's several different options. You have your slide out ramp options, and those allow for different versatility and also just a stored away position when you're not using them. You've got a fold down ramp, which is always accessible and easy. It's right there. I actually prefer the fold down ramps on an equipment type trailer because they're just there. You don't have to lift them up. They're not heavy. You just unhook them, fold them down, and then load up and then fold them back up. They're ready to go. The slide-in ramps are a little bit more discreet, but there is that extra effort in pulling them out. The PJ dump trailer has slide out ramps, and with the dump trailer, that's really your only option, but they are heavy, they are bulky, and they also are not connected where they attach to the trailer, so there's a chance they come off when you're loading a vehicle or piece of equipment. Another option looked into was a tilt deck trailer. And one of the reasons I decided not to go with a tilt deck trailer is because they're going to weigh a little bit more because of the added components, and also their structural rigidity is lessened because they are adding more moving components to them. There's also a variety of additional ramp features, especially when it comes to the fold-out ramps. There's the max ramps that are the full width. If you have a dovetail trailer, they will act as a flat deck on top of the ramp, so lots of different options there. You can also add expanded metal if you're going to be using smaller equipment, smaller tired equipment to drive up the ramps. So when it comes to the deck choice, I prefer lowboy style deck, and the reason I prefer that is I actually went on a PJ's website and they have some really good numbers, they have some really good information, and they show you the weight capacity of their trailers and they show you the weight of the actual trailers, so you can calculate everything you need to know, and with that you can see how much different types of trailers weigh. And it's going to be specific to PJ, but I'm just going to make those assumptions across the board, and this is how I found out that a tilting trailer weighs more than a traditional equipment or car trailer, as well as a deck over trailer weighs quite a bit more, surprisingly, than a normal lowboy. So a low profile equipment trailer going to weigh a lot less, which means that I'm going to gain that in weight capacities for the equipment I'm putting on there. One neat option that seems to be becoming fairly popular is a Buggy Hauler option, which is a low profile trailer with a drive over fender option and wider deck. So they increase the deck width to 102 inches, the whole length of the trailer, and then they give you drive over fender. So if you do load up a rock crawler or a large truck with oversized wide tires, they can fit on there no problem, and there's not going to be any contact with the fenders. Again, usually those fenders are about 82 to 84 inches apart. I have seen some trailers as narrow as 80 inches. And in fact, I really want to do another video separate of this that really dives in deep with the different trailer manufacturers specific to equipment trailers and what they offer. I was really shocked to see a lot of trailer manufacturers only offer a single jack, and usually they're only 7,000 pound capacity jacks. I'm really looking for a dual jack setup in the 10 or 12,000 pound range. So it's really crazy for me to see that single with 7K on a 14,000 pound equipment trailer. So lots of different variety and options available out there, and want to try and get all that information in one place for all the different manufacturers. When it comes to the hitch, obviously you've got two different options. You've got a gooseneck or bumper pull. Bumper pull is going to be your traditional option that most people are going to go with. With a bumper pull, some advantages are you save the bed space for other lightweight items. Obviously you can't put anything heavy in the bed because you're going to be needing that extra payload for the tongue weight. But there is some different versatility there. It's a little bit easier to pull, but it's not as smooth of a ride. The gooseneck's going to give you a smoother ride, better weight transfer to the towing vehicle, and it's going to follow the tow vehicle a little bit better. You also have a tighter turning radius with the gooseneck, so a couple different pros and cons to gooseneck. Personally, I'm looking towards a gooseneck trailer simply because of the towing capacity and the added weight distribution transferred over to the tow vehicle. There probably is going to be a little bit more weight in the gooseneck, but I'm looking at some different options that will help lighten up that extra light weight in the equipment trailer, so we can continue to have that increased payload for the full trailer. Okay, and lastly, let's talk about price, new versus used. Spoiler alert, I've already picked out a trailer, so I opted to go with new. And the reason I opted to go with new is because of the used selection in my area. A new, again, spoiler alert, I'm purchasing and we're bringing to the channel a 14,000 pound capacity gooseneck trailer, and the purchase price on it, regular price about $6,000, and I ended up upgrading the tires, so it'll be $6,500 with some 14 ply tires. So with that, I'm looking at prices for that type of trailer, an equipment trailer, just a standard equipment trailer, not the extra width or any of that. A few added upgrades. The lowest I saw a new trailer was $5,000, up to $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 depending on what you wanted. Really kind of in the same era of trailers. So that's kind of the new price. The used price pretty commonly was in the $4,000 or $5,000 price range. So for $1,000 or $2,000 more, I'm getting brand new. It just didn't make sense to me. You know, with the channel here, I really wanted to actually buy. I found a PJ trailer that somebody had added on their own extra width, and I was concerned about the extra weight of that. I did the math on it. It was extra 800 pounds of weight. It was still going to be close in my weight capacity, but they ended up selling that trailer for $3,200. Somebody else got it before I did, but it needed a lot of work. It needed to be repainted. All the paint was rusty, especially the piece that they had scabbed on and added on with the welder. And then the deck needed to be replaced, and the stickers were all faded and peeling. It was gonna be a cool before and after, right? You know, all new stickers. I was really excited for it. So that's like the bottom dollar, low end, $3,000, $3,200. And for a new one, what do I get with that? Well, I get a lot less work. What's it gonna cost to paint and put a trailer on and all that? With the business, it didn't make sense. If it was for myself as a homeowner, yeah, it's gonna save me some money, but for the business, I needed something that was ready to go, and I knew it could quite easily, you know, $500, $1,000 in suspension and axle work, and maybe even a couple $1,000s in just getting this trailer back up and on the road. I think with let's do the math real quick. You know, again, we're towards the end of the video. If that's all you want to see you later. But let's do some math on this. To paint this, let's say $100, $200. Let's say $100 for paint. $100 for paint. Let's say $800 for lumber and screws and all that. Put a new deck on, and then some miscellaneous stickers and wires and all that. You're easily $1,000. $1,000 to do that. Well, now you got suspension and axles. Take it to a shop, $500, $1,000, $1,500 for that. So you're $2,000, $2,500 into this, not including any labor. $2,000 labor, buy it for $3,000, spend $2,000 on it, now it's a $5,000 trailer. Like I said, I can buy a brand new trailer in my area. It looks like the lower tier. Starlight trailers in my area are the cheapest that I found for a gooseneck 14K option. They're right at $5,000. So PJ trailer, fixed up. I think it was a 10, 20-year-old trailer, fixed up, now good running. it's equivalent to a brand new one. What does a new one come with? Well, most new ones come with a warranty. So the trailer I actually have purchased has a 3-year warranty. So the extra cost in there, and with the business and not having the downtime, it made sense. Like I said, trying to be thrifty, trying to be frugal, but being business minded, that made the most sense. If it was for personal use, probably would have gone the cheaper route. Well, thanks for watching the Thrifty Garage video. Hopefully it was in-depth, informative, and insightful in looking at trailers, buying trailers, and help you get some thoughts and what to purchase for yourself, new versus used, gooseneck, bumper pull, all the different options. Try and figure them out and make the most sense for you. Like I said, this is kind of what works for me and my business and my situation, and for what I'm going to be using it for moving forward. We'll be having more future videos on trailers, this trailer specifically that I purchased, as well as that more in-depth video on all the different trailer manufacturers, kind of compared side to side with their bare bones basic option, and obviously you can always add to them and go up from there. But without anything else, we'll see you later. Thanks for watching Thrifty Garage, and we'll see you on the next one. Trailer, new versus, we don't even have new versus used. What the? Throw that in there.